Hello everyone, welcome back to Triumph Trust channel. What a week! This week was so successful and profitable, and we're going to take a review of what happened during the week, and after that we're going to look into the forecast or analysis for what we're going to be looking at from next week, starting from 7th to 11th of February 2022. Don't forget, this analysis is just based on the strategies I trade. It is not a general forex analysis, right? Thank you so much for watching my videos, for your comments and for your likes and for your subscription. Thank you so much, I really appreciate that. If you are new to this channel, please do well to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell to be alerted anytime we upload a new video. Right, so now we'll first look at the setups and trades we took, as we discussed, most of them as we discussed during the last week review and analysis, and some additional trades that we took within the week. So last week during the review, I mentioned that on Euro AUD I was expecting the price will either come here, they will take a buy, but if this order block fails, we'll be looking to take a buy from this order block. Reason being that from here we see that price grab this liquidity and push up to the upside, drop but could not take out this low, then break above this high and this high. And during the week we saw price came to our first target, and from here price pull up. Okay, no, this was the later adjustment, so it was here, this was the original setup. So price came in here, and with divergence I was able to take some entries here to the upside. So from here we had successful trade from this zone to this target. Then price dropped below it and came to close to the second zone that we were targeting. Price didn't touch it, but we had some and other adjustments for us to take entries here, and that was how price went back up to get to our target. That was for Euro AUD. Then on Euro Nzd last week we saw price dropping after the Asian section, creating lower lows, and we got this divergence. So price was descending while the indicator was ascending. So I took a buy here, and this was the result. Price pushed up and gave over 1-to-4 risk to reward ratio. Then we also had Gbp Jpy. I posted this setup on Gbp Jpy. Then price didn't get to the entry target on time, but before price started dropping, I observed there was divergence here. The indicator was creating lower lows while price was creating higher highs. So as price closed below the 13 exponential moving average, that was when I took these entries, and at the end price dropped well. Then later on price pushed back up to the entry target, and this from here price gave up to 1 to 1.5 risk to reward ratio before pulling back up. So it was a successful trade. Then last week I also discussed that on Gbp Usd the trade was already triggered, and we're expecting price to continue to pull up we're expecting to hit this target, and price got to that target and continued to pull up. Then on Nzd Jpy, I don't think I mentioned this during the review, but within the week we had a setup. Price drop with impulsive move, pulled back up, could not take out this high, then dropped to take out all these lows. So I was expecting that price would get to this zone, then we go for a sell. Okay, yes, I mentioned it last week. I mentioned it that Nzd Jpy, this is what we're expecting. Then this is what happened. So price got to our entry target and gave this up to 1:4 risk to reward ratio. Then this was the trade. I posted this at the time I took this trade USD card on the group, where price was creating lower lows and indicator was creating higher highs. This was a divergence trade, and price rejected from this support zone. I took an entry here, and this was what happened. Price gave over 1.123 risk to reward ratio. Then on Volatility 75, this is one of the trades I took within the week. I saw price this price rejected from this resistance zone, but here I saw this strong momentum for bullish move. It came back down but could not take out these lows. Then on this wave up, I took this entry targeting this area. This was when the trade was in profit, and my first take profit was already taken. Then last week I discussed that on Volatility 75 I was expecting, now that since the on the TDI, the RSI line, which is a green line, was already below the signal line, which is the red line, on the 1 hour time frame. So I mentioned that we'll be expecting price to break these lows, get a retest on an appropriate supply zone or resistance, sorry, then we'll take a buy. This was how price dropped. So price, this were the low, price took out the low, there was a retest of a support, a resistance here with this 50 exponential moving average, and that was how price continued to drop. There was another retest of the 50 exponential moving average here, another retest of the 50 exponential moving average, until price got down to this level. Then this was a trade I took on Thursday on gold. So I saw the bearish momentum, so after this pullback I took this entry when price took out this low. Price pulled back up, drop, and this was the result. So those are some of the trades we took within the week. So now we're going to look at for analysis for next week, starting from Monday 7th to Friday 11th November, February, sorry, 2022. Right, so I will start with AUD card. On AUD card, there is a strong support here, and from this support I saw an impulsive move to the upside. There is a drop, but this drop could not take out this low. It didn't even get to the support zone. Then from here created another support and pulled back up, and to take out this high and also take out this high. So took out liquidity here. So I'm expecting that price will get to this point, then I will take an entry from here. So this is my target entry, 0.89567. But if price will not get here, once it entered the zone and I saw a divergence, I saw a good divergence, then I'm going to take a buy from here. If this zone fails, then I'll be expecting to take a buy from this particular zone. So that is for AUD card. I will post the setup on my free Telegram group. The link to the group is on the description of this video below. Feel free to join if you have not joined the free Telegram group. Then I'll also be looking at GBP Nzd. This is 4 hour time frame. GBP Nzd here I saw from here, from this support, I see price give an impulsive move to the upside, taking out this high and also taking out liquidity here. So price dropped but could not take out this support. From this support, price rejected again to this upside and created equal highs here. So I'm expecting that price may drop to this zone and from here get rejected again to the upside, or probably break this zone and continue to the downside. But whatever it is, when I see a good setup on this zone, I'm going to take a buy. But if there's no good setup for buy, then I'm going to allow it to go wherever it wishes to go. Then the next setup I'm looking out for is CAD JPY. I'm also looking out for CAD JPY, but this is on the 30 minutes time frame. So on the 30 minutes time frame here, from this support, I saw price took out liquidity and drop, taking out another liquidity here, push back up but could not take out this high and dropped with this impulsive move to this zone, this support zone. So from this resistance, price dropped to this support. So from here, after all this liquidity will be created, I'm expecting that price will from here go back up to retest this zone. So when price get to this zone, I'll be planning, if I'm looking for my setup for a sell, right? So on the retest of this zone, I'm going to sell. But if price fail to get to this zone, if it get close to this zone, I will look for divergences, then I will take some sell entries. Then I'm also going to be looking out for AUD JPY. AUD JPY, same thing happened on AUD JPY. Price took out liquidity, drop, created a high, and dropped massively. Now creating liquidity here. So from here, I'm expecting that price will gradually push back up to this zone. Then I'll take a sell from here. So those are the 4 setups I'll be watching out for as we enter the new week. So I'll be posting them as they approach entry point on the free Telegram group. Other setup with other of my strategies, will be taking them on the mentorship group. If you have not joined the mentorship and you wish to join my mentorship group, the link to the free Telegram group is there, and also my user name is also in the description below. Feel free to contact me through Telegram. Alright, so I wish you all the best as we enter the new week. Thanks for watching.